ejaculation happens in two stages. Yeah, there is the emission stage, in which the sperms are moving from the testes up to the urethra. There is one pump. Yeah, so in the testicles, they are like little chambers like that. When there is a great stimulation, then the sperm from the testicles rises and enters the urethra. The urethra, as you can see, comes down from the testicles, goes around the bladder, and then returns and meets the urethra. It's like, you know, these highways that you turn left, you go down, you go up a river, something like that. So there is a bypass. These pipes go from the testicles around the bladder, and then they meet. And that's the first stage. At the second stage, the fluids arrive to the root of the penis, of the lingam, and it is expelled through the urethra. There's a set of muscles that are working through, or in the first stage, the stage of emission, and they are the muscles around the testicles, and they contract, and through their contract and release, they create a pump. Yeah, and in the process, the sperm goes and meets the prostate gland, where it has some fluids mixed with it. And then the second part, during the ejaculation, there is the sporadic contraction of the bulbocavernosus muscles, yeah, BS muscle. Yeah, we have the PC muscle, and we have this BS muscle, which is it's two sides at the root of the lingam. Yeah, and it creates this kind of contraction, 10, 15 contractions, and that creates the actual ejaculation. Now, the nerve impulse that gives the command does not come from the brain. Orgasms comes from the brain, is related to the accumbus and so forth. The ejaculation comes from the sacral bone. Yeah, it's right in the neighborhood there, the pudendal nerve. And the impulse would last between 45 seconds to 90 seconds. Once the nerve impulse is out, this is an instinctual impulse, you have nothing to do with it. There is no way to stop the nerve impulse. The nerve will emit the signal to the muscles, contract and relax. This is completely taken over by the involuntary autonomic system. You have nothing to do with the nerves, yeah, unless you are a very great yogi. But what we can do is we can contract very strong everything. And if we contract very strong everything for 90 seconds, yeah, it normally doesn't go more than 90 seconds. So if you contract very intensely everything for 90 seconds, then the pump doesn't work. And if the pump doesn't work, nothing comes out. And it's not the same like putting your fingers on the urethra and then having the sperm basically return to the bladder and then you pee it out. It's not a very big advantage. I mean, it's good if you don't want to have children. It's still a risk there, but it will be smaller. But nevertheless, if you do this contraction long enough, then the sperm will not leave the testicles. Because in order to leave the testicles, there needs to be this contract. And it will not come out. What do you contract? Contract everything. Yeah, but without your belly, your hips, and so forth. And you need to train, you need to contract really hard. No joke. Normally, several weeks, if you work on the contraction, you will be able to hold this. What you saw now is an extract from a wide course of teaching men the Tantric way of lovemaking, the Tantric path of love. It's called amorous erotic continence. We have about 50 courses with different titles, and if you're interested, if that's something you want to know more of, you're welcome to send us an email and connect with us in this way.